Hello, this is David Cherry, and believe it or not, this is my actually my very first function I ever created in Python. Now, when you go on the internet, a lot of times you'll see that all the functions are designed to work from the command line. I'm diving into HTML because I'm setting everything up for development for uh, the front end, where you can actually get it. So that's why you see the shebang line right here. We call this the shebang line, okay? And I can't stress how important it is to have the shebang line. In my videos where I talked about um, how to find the path to Python so you can execute your scripts, that is very important. So if you'll find that file, that video that I just published, then you'll be able to find the path to your Python, and you'll be able to execute it. And if you have different versions of Python, then this line even becomes more important. Okay, because then when you execute the script, you can change this line right here in Python to where the Python executable you want to use for the version of Python you're using can be used. That might come in handy when you're dealing with outdated Python. If you want to use older Python files, or when you upgrade and Python that you're using now is no longer adequate for the current time. Okay, so anyway, the basic code that we really are looking at in order to create a simple function in Python is right here. This is how you define a function in Python. Okay, now in Python you'll have to have the keyword def. Okay, and then your function name is right here. Okay, now whenever you create a function, or you have something that is like a function, okay, you'll have to have this ending semicolon right here too, otherwise it will not work. Okay, you'll have to have that ending semicolon. Okay, then what your function does will be everything here. Okay, right here. Okay, so this is a simple function for a hello statement in Python. Okay, now to call the function, you'll have to call the function by the function name, which is everything that you see right here. Okay, and then you call the function and you have to have the brackets here, okay, for a simple function. Now in the next video I'll have a function that has parameters in it on how to call a function with parameters. Okay, and then the third video after that will be of how to call two functions at the same time. Now, for programmers that have programmed like in PHP, which I do, and Perl and others, okay, there will be some slight differences on how you can place functions within your code. Okay, for example, you can't call a function in Python, okay, with, above the declaration of the Python statement. And so what I mean is by if I take this and I take it out and I put it up here like this, which I can do in PHP, it will not work. Okay, the program flow has to go down. Okay, all declarations for variables, all declarations have to be made before the call to the function. Okay, so that is important for you to remember, is that the function call must and always, as a practice, unless I learn something else later on in development to get around it, the function call will have to come at the bottom of the declaration of the function. Okay, so in other words, all functions have to be declared somewhere above the function call. Okay, and so the function call has to, the function has to be above the function call. I hope that's what I just said. But anyway, this is the basics of how to create a function, and now to see how to execute. Okay, now this is not from the command line. That's why you see the shebang line right here and the print content. And you'll have to have the print content type as text.html if you want to execute it through a file on your server. Okay, so now I want to execute it through a file on my server. Okay, how to make a basic function. All right, and so this is what it will look like when it is executed. Hello from a function. So that tells you that the hello statement is coming from a function. Okay, And so that's basically how you create a function. And remember, all right, these are the steps. You define your function, okay, all right, and when you define it, you have to have the def keyword here, all right, and then your what the function is to do will go below and here we want to simply do one thing, and that's print a statement, a simple print statement, okay, and then to call the function, all right, you'll have, or to make a function invocation, all right, then you'll have to do it this way with parentheses. And if you have parameters in there, this one is a non-perimeter function, all right, then you put your parameters in there. So this is the basics of how to create a function, and a little tip in terms of where to make the function call, which here it has to be below, not like as it is in PHP. Thank you. Hope you enjoy it and have a good day, and I thank you for everything.